The Kh-25 Kh-25M is a family of Soviet lightweight air-to-ground missiles with a modular range of guidance systems and a range of 10 kilometers. The anti-radar variant is known to NATO as the AS-12 Kegler and has a range up to 40 kilometers. Designed by Zvezda-Strela, the Kh-25 is derived from the laser-guided version of the Kh-23 Grom. It has now been succeeded by the Kh-38 family, but the Kh-25 remains in widespread use. Development. Based on an air-to-air missile, the beam-riding Kh-66 had been the Soviet Union's first air-to-ground missile for tactical aircraft, entering service in 1968. However, it proved difficult to use in practice as the launch aircraft had to dive towards the target. A version with radio command guidance, the Kh-23, was first tested in 1968, but problems with the guidance system meant that it would not enter service for another 5 years. So in 1971 work began on a version with a semi-active laser seeker, which became the Kh-25. This was initially known in the West as the Kh-23L. State testing began on 24 November 1974, and the Kh-25 entered production in 1975. Work began on an anti-radar missile derived from the Kh-66 in 1972, using a passive radar seeker and Su-73 autopilot. The long-range Kh-31 anti-radar missile came out of the same project. The Kh-27 began state testing on a MiG-27 on 8 August 1975 but did not enter service until 2 September 1980. It was assigned the NATO reporting name, AS-12 Kegler, and in effect it replaced the much heavier Kh-28. In 1973 Viktor Bugaisky was appointed head engineer of the Bureau and he started work on combining the Kh-23M, Kh-25 and Kh-27 into a single modular system to reduce costs and improve tactical flexibility. This was completed by the end of 1978, resulting in the Kh-25MP, Kh-25ML and Kh-25 Mr. family. NATO continued to refer to these as the AS-12 and AS-10 respectively, even though they could now be switched by a simple change of seeker head. Design. The Kh-25 is very similar to the later version of the Kh-23, with cruciform canards and fins. The Kh-25MP has two versions of its homing head, one VP and two VP, sensitive to different frequencies. Combat history. The original Kh-25 entered service with the Soviet Air Force between 1973–5, equipping the Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-23, MiG-27 and Sukhoi Su-17M. Since then it has been cleared for use on the MiG-21, MiG-29, Sukhoi Su-17, 2022 family, Sukhoi Su-24, Su-25 and Su-27. It can also be carried by attack helicopters such as the km.The. The Kh-25MP can be fitted to the MiG-23/27, Su-17/22, Su-24 and Su-25. Soviet war in Afghanistan. Starting in April 1986, Kh-25MLs were used by Soviet Su-25 Frogfoots from the 378th OSHAP to attack Mujahideen cave entrances used as shelters and weapons storage facilities, such as the Javara base, next to the Pakistani border. Attacks were carried out from up to 4.5 nanometers. Iraqi invasion of Kuwait. During the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait on August 2, 1990, an Iraqi Air Force Sukhoi Su-22 from the No. 109 Squadron fired a single Kh-25 anti-radar variant against a Kuwaiti MAM-23BI Hawk SAM site at Bubiyan Island that he had earlier downed another Su-22 from the same unit and a MiG-23BN from the 49th Squadron. This forced a radar shutdown on the Hawk. The Hawk battery was later captured by Iraqi special forces and found out to be in automatic mode of operation after the contractors fled. Iraq also used its Kh-25s during its war with Iran. Russia intervention in Syria. Russia's airstrikes on U.S.-supported rebels in Syria used the Su-24 jet with Kh-25 laser-guided missiles. Variants. NATO refers to all of the Kh-25 family as 10 carrion, apart from the anti-radar variants. An M designation stands for modular. Kh-25 original laser-guided variant. Kh-25ML semi-active laser guidance with tandem warhead that can penetrate 1 meter of concrete. Kh-25MA active radar guidance, first offered for export in 1999. Kh-25MA update announced for export in August 2005 with K-band seeker, probably Phasetrons PSM, which can detect a tank at 4,000 meters and which can also be used on the Kh-25MA. Kh-25MS satellite navigation. Kh-25MS export version of Kh-25MS announced August 2005. Kh-25MT TV guidance. Kh-25MTP infrared guidance variant of Kh-25MT. Kh-25R Kh-25 Mr. radio command guidance variant. It has a bigger 140 kg warhead. Kh-27 original anti-radiation missile. Kh-25MP modular anti-radiation variant. Kh-25MPU updated Kh-25MP. Training rounds have U designations, so e.g. for the Kh-25ML there is Kh-25ML combat training, Kh-25ML. Kh-25MLUD functional training missile. Kh-25ML sectional training missile. Operators. Current operators: Algeria, Algerian Air Force, Russia, North Korea, Vietnam, India. Unknown status. Iran. Former operators: Soviet Union, passed on successor and exported countries. Hungary, possibly some still active. Poland and Czechoslovakia, possible some are active. Yugoslavia, probable some in Serbian Yugoslavian arsenal. Iraq, similar weapons. Kh-23M, predecessor to the Kh-25, had some technology backported from the Kh-25. Kh-29 320 kg warhead, semi-active laser, III, passive radar and TV guidance with 10 to 30 km range. Kh-59 longer range Kh-25 with heavier warhead and TV guidance. Kh-38 successor to the Kh-25. AGM-65 Maverick, similar lightweight missile in U.S. service which has seen numerous guidance and warhead variants. AGM-45 Shrike, U.S. equivalent to the Kh-25 MP anti-radar missile.